And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end. And this will remain an 18-point lead. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. And my goodness, another interception. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain an 18-point lead. So it's a letdown there. They get the ball in tremendous position following the turnover, but they come away empty-handed.
Oh, man, you hate to waste field position like that. Your defense did you the favor of getting you the ball on this side of the 50, but neither the offense nor the kicking team could capitalize.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And now here's another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose.
And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
We're back now in KC. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On play action, Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. To try again after the sack, Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be...
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing?
And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to get the first, but remember, it was only first down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in second down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Not exactly sure why they'd have him throwing the ball there out of a punt formation. But they will have another shot at things as it's third down now. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're going to try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And my goodness, another. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Sammy Watkins, he's gonna go. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Touchdown, Packers.
So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Rodgers now on first down.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On play action, it's Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Again, that's Watkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Now Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Finding Watkins, finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Oh, no, he lost the football. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he is in for the score. So how about this? A horrible mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and a 2-point conversion will tie it.
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You know, you force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now this is going to be a safety. Oh, my goodness, in the final minute, down 2, and now we're looking at overtime. This. They're going to try an onside kick to begin overtime. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We think back to halftime, they were close to being written off. They faced the deficit, and now here's we begin overtime. They're one drive away from a comeback victory.
Think about where they started and how far they've come back from. And look, you and I both know that when we talk with coaches, most of the time they don't say that momentum is something that factors into how they coach a ball game, because they say each game is its own entity. But within a game, I think they all believe in momentum, and they certainly have it going in their direction right now.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. On play action, now Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bolton in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Crosby is good. So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. But that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them offsides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Flushed out right.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Steps away to his left.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Mahomes to throw it.
Dancing to his left. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses,
Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown.